from today's gospel, we get a great lesson for us from that lady, the Canaanite woman we have heard of in the gospel. This lady here, she had a very strong faith in her. She believed in God despite the fact that there were some barricades before her to get on to what she wanted to receive. However, she overcame everything because she heard the faith. And her faith was a faith filled with simplicity, a faith filled with humility, a faith filled with trust and love, to the extent that even the words from the Lord himself, from his disciples, did not hurt her, neither did they stop her from continuing with her request, because the request she was making was coming from the bottom of her heart, and she had the faith. Brothers and sisters, having a faith like this one demands a lot from us, because sometimes we may look at ourselves, first considering ourselves the way we are, and taking ourselves to be outcasts, sinners, those whom the Lord cannot even listen to, and we find ourselves blocked out. But the Canaanite lady teaches us that we should insist and persevere even when we find some people or some things that can try to hinder us to get on to what we want. Whether we are holy or sinful, the Lord still loves us. He only hates what we may be doing. But in terms of presenting our prayer in faith, it is now the example that we should take with us. That at all time, at all moments, in all situations, whether we find it easy or not, we should try to persevere. We, using the faith that we have, we shall overcome all the same. We have got the example of patience that the prophet Jeremiah has shown, that even after a very long time, when the people of Israel were like outcasts, yet they were supposed to be the chosen, the Lord forgave their guilt, and he decided to restore them to the former glory. So that means we need patience even when we find ourselves having difficulties with ourselves, especially the tendencies towards sin. And so, in order to keep our faith as the Canaanite woman, we need, first of all, to be constantly fed on the Word of God, listening to the Word of God, and trying to put it into practice. Secondly, as Catholics, for us we are very lucky that even if we may be sinners, when we come to the Lord in the sacrament of reconciliation and penance, we can be restored, given that glory that we had on the day we were baptized. So the sacraments of reconciliation and penance, together with the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist, the bread of life, we can continue to strengthen ourselves, to strengthen that faith Even if it is as small as a mustard seed, the Lord told us it is enough for us to make things move, to be of God, to remain like the sheep in his flock. This is why Jeremiah has told us that the Lord will keep us as a shepherd keeps his flock. Let us not get worried about our sinfulness, because the Lord is there. If we accept and acknowledge our sinfulness, he will forgive us. Then as we are forgiven, we shall continue in that faith that the Lord has implanted in us, and with that faith we shall be in the heavenly glory where he has prepared for us those places.